But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned, families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, the Queen has spoken. Nicki Minaj is at the UN, and she has delivered her speech in support, or should I say against, religious prosecution that is going on in Nigeria and other parts of South Africa. Can you imagine South Africa after these people went into these people and acting as though it's theirs? The people then can't practice Christianity. That's just madness. Madness. So at first when Nicki spoke out about it, many people thought that she was just being crazy, but she wasn't. She was just paying attention to something that most of us weren't paying attention to. And Donald Trump joined in on the initiative. Many of us thought it was a trick, including myself. I thought it was a trick. I said, seems as though Trump wants to go down into Nigeria. He has his eyes on some, minerals or something. But then I started getting a lot of feeds on TikTok with Nigerians and other brothers and sisters from different African countries talking about it. And I was like, wait a minute. Of this magnitude, this is what has been going on for so long. And people are saying, Cape Town is wiped out. And I'm like, really? Oh my, and like they're teaching them that's what they should do. And they're saying it's okay for black people to be slaves. And I'm like, no, I want to see the entire clip. So I started researching, watching the clips, seeing what people have to say in the comment section. And it's true. It is true. She wasn't lying at all. It's actually a thing. And the mere fact that the UN picks it up and is giving her the space to address it, it's a real thing, right? So when it is addressed at the UN, it means that other countries are going to send their military forces to stop these people from this religious prosecution. Did you guys know that this happened back? Like Syria is also always going through this, because back in the 60s, there were people who escaped Syria to Jamaica. Religious prosecution because they were Christians. Same way. And because Jamaica is this melting pot where your religion doesn't matter to us. It doesn't. Once you're not hurting anyone and you're not being abusive or aggressive to anyone, it doesn't matter. But let's take a look at Nicki Minaj delivering her speech at the UN, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room.
Okay, so it was a good speech. It was a short, powerful, impactful, and she had her thing written on paper, and she also spoke from her heart at the end as well. Nicki is very educated. She knows how to handle herself. She's very, very brilliant. Just imagine working at a company and you get promoted in no time to supervisor, then to manager. That's just some of the things that Nicki's portfolio entails. Very smart girl. No. I want them to speed this thing up. Like, I need them to speed it up because guys, the things that are happening in Nigeria, they are so serious. 40 girls was it 40 or 20? I think it's 40 or 20 girls kidnapped from a school overnight because, in Nigeria, they have like these boarding schools. So many girls. Can you imagine the nightmare those girls are like? God, cover them. Please let them still be alive. Cover them, keep them safe. So they really do need assistance. They really definitely need military forces in the area. Many media outlets, they're covering what is happening down there. I want to encourage you guys to research what is happening as well. And please use your platforms as much as possible. Stop laughing at Nicki. People are losing their lives. And I'm tired of seeing African nations going through this. Not saying other nations don't go through it, but Africa is for Africans. You find your ass down there seeking refuge, and then want to throw those people out of their own country, slaughtering them because you share different religious beliefs. That's madness. Stay in your country. Fight those people who kick you out. Why didn't you have the strength and, the guts to deal with those people? And this is the thing, we're too trusting of people oftentimes. Sometimes we see people in their problems. We should allow them to stay in it. Sometimes you notice one group came and they're overrunning your country. Don't allow anyone else to come. It's just simple as that. Don't allow anyone else to come into your country. One group came, and it's not as though it is like, the minority that is doing it. It's not as though it's 2 or 3 out of the group. It's like half of them, or in some cases more than half of them. That's utter madness. They need help, and they need it speedily. So I do hope that they get the necessary help speedily so that we can, see our brothers and sisters going back to some sense of normalcy. No. Cardi B has a fan under my comment section, man. And I tell you, when I see people in my comment section out of control, and I can tell that you have a mental disorder going on, it's extremely sad, It is so sad. It's not as though you're having a discussion with someone, you and that person having a back and forth debate. You're just in the comment section talking to yourself, like, why do you need to comment 16 times? 16 times. As a man, go and get some help and get off the internet 16 times. 16 times, and you're not talking to anyone. You're just there commenting different stuff, and some of it don't even make sense. Oh, Trump hate Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift didn't vote for him. Okay, we know that. But we were talking about Cardi B and why Trump would dislike Cardi B. So what are you saying? What's your point? Do we see Taylor Swift out here making videos talking about why she hates Donald Trump? No, we don't see her doing that, do we? She had her little said and she kept it moving. We don't see Taylor Swift going after Trump consistently. No. Do we see Cardi B doing that? Yes. And Trump, wants to change the face of America to the religious nation that it was once known to be. And what better moment? What better opportunity? So how do you miss the point? And even if you have the point, comment 16 times? One person? 16 times? That's so unhealthy. Get some help and get off the internet. maybe I have to block that person to help them get some balance. I don't like to block people from my channel. I don't. Honestly, I don't. But when I see the mental unwellness, like, I feel sorry that I can't help that person. And I think that I need to help them get some stability by blocking them. But then they're going to go to another channel. But then maybe that channel may block them too. And they get off the internet and go get some help. Guys, do you think I'm exaggerating like 16 times? 16 times and they're not talking to anyone. Why do you have to comment 16 times under a single video? 16 times. That's not normal. But anywho, guys, let me know what's your take and we'll talk later. Peace.